So the next thing you want to do is make sure you include breaks in your schedule. Don't assume because you're at home, maybe working from home, or you work for yourself, taking breaks is not going to, no, it's time away from you. It's time coming out of your time bank, and you need to account for that. So you make sure you include breaks. Hello, this is Evangeline Delaney. Welcome back to Classy Chic. On this channel, we focus on a woman who's leveling up from a place of ease and flow with a holistic approach. So today we're going to be talking about narrowing our focus, okay? We do know we live in a world right now that everything and everyone tends to grab our attention. But if we're not mindful, or if we're not wise on how to control our time or focus, we could be down the wrong path. And at the end of the day, we do not accomplish any of our goals. So today I want to share with you what I do to stay focused in order to accomplish my goals. Now, what I'm going to be talking you through would be the stage that you move into after you've made your big goals for the year. Okay, so you've decided what your goals are going to be, and these are little steps that you're going to take on a weekly basis or daily basis to finally meet that big goal or hit that big goal. But before we get started, if these are topics that you find very interesting and would like to be on this journey with me, please go ahead and subscribe. If at the end of this video you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up. This helps you to share the video with more people. For the returning subscribers, I want to say thank you for being on this journey, and I really do appreciate you, and welcome back. So let's get into the topic for today. We're talking about staying focused, okay? What I find is that it's easy to get distracted these days. So to make sure you're in charge of your time, you want to have a daily schedule. But before we jump into that, the first thing you want to do is set 3 to 5 goals that, if accomplished, you will consider your week a successful week. And these are little goals under your bigger goals. So these are things that would move you closer to accomplishing your bigger goals. I like to say 3 every week, but sometimes some people have up to 5, depending on what, area of expertise or, the type of things you're trying to accomplish. So that's why I'm saying 3 to 5 goals. So these goals would be things that if you hit those goals in that week, you will consider your week a successful week. So let me give you an example. Let's assume I want to make 3 designs in a week. I want to come up with 3 designs. There are several little steps that's involved in order for me to complete these designs. So I have to get the fabric. First, I have to get the sketch done. Then I have to go out and do fabric shopping for the type of design I'm going to create. Then after I do that, I have to make the designs. And after I make the designs, I have to photograph the designs. So you will see where I'm going with this. There's a lot of different steps that's involved in hitting that goal. So you would do the same thing. You would break down the steps that you need to take or the tasks that you need to complete in order to hit those 3 goals within that week. Now, bear in mind, there are other things that you will be doing within the week. Okay, so these 3 goals are not just the only thing you're going to do. It's just that they're the focal point, and they will be considered a success. That your week will be considered a success once they're completed. And once you do those, then you put them in your schedule. You must have a daily schedule. Okay, so that's the next thing. You must have a daily schedule in order to control your focus. From the time you wake up in the morning to the time you lay down, you must know what you're doing during the day, every hour of the day, every minute of the day. Don't let it sound daunting. It's not that difficult, or it's not that scary. So what I do, for example, I have a morning routine, and I need a set amount of time for my morning routine. I go to the gym as well as part of my morning routine. So I break those down into every segment. So I have a time where I do meditation, journaling, and visualization. So that will be bundled into a slot of time. I usually do 10 minutes, 15 minutes of meditation, and I take about 10 minutes to do my journaling, and then just about maybe 12 minutes or so, 15 minutes to do my visualization. So that is bundled into a slot. I do go to the gym, so it takes time for me to drive to go to the gym, work out, and come back. So I will include that in my schedule. However, as I'm making my schedule, I'm not going to like make it back to back. I have to leave white spaces in my schedule just in case something comes up that I need to take care of, that I need time for. The goal here for scheduling your activities in the day is to make sure you stay on track. Because if you don't stay on track, you're not going to complete those 3 to 5 goals that you need to complete. Thereby, you're not going to be able to meet the goal for the year. So the next thing you want to do is make sure you include breaks in your schedule. Don't assume because you're at home, maybe working from home, or you work for yourself, taking breaks is not going to, no, it's time away from you. It's time coming out of your time bank, and you need to account for that. So you make sure you include breaks. There are times where I would include those breaks within my lunch, and I'll give you an example. Let's assume I needed to make a phone call to a friend, or maybe a doctor's appointment, or call a credit card, and I know I'm going to be on the phone for more than 15 minutes. I'll probably put it over my lunch break. So when I'm having my lunch, I can do that. If I don't want to do that, I want to enjoy my lunchtime, then I will not include it, but I will include a slot within my schedule for that activity. Another question I get asked is, okay, so how do you do it with social media if you have your business on social media? I run my business on social media as well, but I do allocate time for check-ins on social media. So I do 2 check-ins in the mornings and 2 check-ins in the evenings. And when I do those 2 check-ins in the morning, I have the time available for them, and that's the only time I'm going to use for them. Similarly with the evening, I also include my evening routine. When I get off work, what are the things I need to be doing in order to have a successful day the next day? So maybe in the evening routine, I have to look over my schedule for the next day, for example. Or maybe in my evening routine, I have to make sure that I read a book, or because this book is going to aid to what I'm going to be doing in the next day. You see what I'm saying? So you have to include everything on your schedule. That's the key, because once you have everything on your schedule, then there's no space for distraction. If they come up, think something is in there to take care of it. Now, what I want to share with you now is a very important point. This is the 3rd point I want to share with you. And this is where you would do daily check-ins to see where you are on your focus level. And I will include a worksheet so you can be able to use that, on your journey of becoming focused. So at the end of the day, first of all, on this particular worksheet, your day is going to be categorized into 4 segments. So we have social media, we have friends and family, we have work, and then we have miscellaneous. So anything that does not go or does not fall into those other 3 categories will go into miscellaneous. So I'll give you an example for social media. Let's assume, like I said, I check in 4 times in the day for social media. If I went and check in 6 times instead of just the 4 times, then I didn't do well when it comes to social media as far as my focus go. So there's a scale. You would, grade yourself between 1 to 10, 1 being the least focused and 10 being the most focused. And so once you grade yourself there, at the end of the week, you will put all those different levels together, all those, the numbers from your scale together, and get the average. If you fall between 4 and 5, that means you have a lot of work to do on your focus. And then you need to pay attention to the area that's pulling you in. If social media is the one that's dragging you and you're not meeting your goals because you're spending more time on social media, then I recommend reviewing your schedule and see how you can increase. If those are times that you truly need to be on social media, how you can increase the time slot that you have for social media. If your friends and family are interfering with your day and you're not accomplishing your goals because they have these long drawn out conversations, then you want to scale yourself in the right way so that's where you have the problem and that's where you need to focus on and fix. So maybe you need to spend extra time talking with your friends, or you probably just need to let them know, look, we can have these type of conversations on the weekend or during days where I don't work at all. But you must guide your time. If you can guide your time and guide your focus, you will be able to attain, or you will be able to meet those goals. It's the little things that we do on a daily basis that lead to bigger results. Anyway, I hope this video helps you in any way. If it does, please let me know. I would like to hear your feedback in the comments. I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye-bye.